Hello everybody! Welcome to recorder lesson number 1. First we're going to start with some simple rhythms. I've taught my students the following ones. Ta is always on the beat, so let's just do some tas. Here's some music. Ta, 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 ta. 4 more. Ta, 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 ta. Then there's 2 sounds on a beat. This guy is a ta. When there's 2 sounds, the first one is ta, the second one is ti. Ta-ti. So we're going to do this card over and over again. Ta-ti-ta, ta-ti-ta. All right? Get ready to clap and say. Ready? Ta-ti, ta-ti-ta, 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 ta-ti-ta. By yourself. All right, now we have rests. To clap a rest, it's a silent beat, and we're just going to put our hands here. Rest looks like that. Okay? So we have ta, 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 sh. Whoops. Hold on. Ready? Ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh. Ready? Read some cards. Here we go. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, sh, ta, ti, ta, ta, sh, ta, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, sh, ta, ta, ti, ta, sh, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, sh, ta, sh, ta, sh, ta, ti, ta, ta, sh. How'd you do? Were you able to follow along? If you weren't able to follow along, try doing it again. Go back to the beginning of the video. Try it again. Try it until you can keep up. Let's do 16 more cards. I'm going to shuffle them. Then we're going to do them. You ready? This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. Let's try a different style of music. I'll find one. Hold on. Here's a different style. Ready? Ready, set, here we go. Ta ti ta ti ta, sh, ta ti ta ta, sh, ta ta ti ta ta, ta ti ta ti ta ti ta, ta ta ti ta, sh, ta ta ti ta, sh, ta ti ta ti ta, ta 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 ti ta, ta ti ta ti ta, ta 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 ti ta, sh, ta sh, ta sh, ta ti ta ta sh. Every card we're going to do twice. Repeat every card. Ready? Set. Here we go. Ta ta ta. Ta ta ta. Ta ti ta ti ta ti ta. Ta ti ta ti ta ti ta. Ta ti ta ti ta. Ta ti ta ti ta. Sh, ta 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 ta. How'd you do? Did you like it? All right. Now, let's take out that recorder. My students have their recorders at home, but if you don't have a recorder yet, make sure you get a good one. It should not cost $1. It should cost between $3 and $10. I like using this kind. It's a Yamaha. Okay, Yamahas come in a lot of different colors. They come in white, they come in pink and blue and green and all sorts of different colors. On the back, it should have a B. You can't really see it. It's raised here. B does not stand for the note B. B stands for Baroque. There's two different kinds of fingerings in recorders. The German fingering, there would be a G there, or the Baroque fingering, and that would be a B. Every public school I've ever been associated with, which was Maine and Massachusetts and New York, they use Baroque fingerings. I don't know of any American schools that use German fingerings, but if there are any, leave that in the comments below. Now, you want to buy, you can buy these on Amazon, you can buy them at West Music, any store that has the word music in it is a place you can buy a recorder. Dollar General, Dollar Store, generally not a good place to go because it's going to be horribly out of tune. And you don't want to do that because you'll learn poor musicianship with that intonation. So spend the $5. Get one of these. Okay, take a moment, just take it apart. Take it apart. All right, pause the video here and just take it apart and try to blow through every one of these little bits and see what you come up with. See how many different sounds you can make just with these different parts. Now that you've explored this, we've got 3 parts. Okay, put the 3 parts down. Some of you might have a recorder that only has 2 parts. Mine has 3. Which part do you think is the mouthpiece? Take a look. The mouthpiece is the part of the recorder you put your mouth on. This is it. Let's take a look at that mouthpiece. It's curved right here, okay? And it's not curved on the other side. And it's got a rectangular hole right there. This hole here, that's called the block. That's where the sound comes out. The sound does not come out the foot. It comes out the block. The foot is the bottom of the recorder. Can you find the foot? Show me the foot. This is the mouthpiece. Where's the foot? There it is. It's going to have a flare at the bottom. We call that the bell. Okay. And the weird thing about recorder is it's bigger on the top than it is on the bottom. If you look through the hole there, that's a lot smaller than the hole up here. Now look at the body. That's the only part that's left. This is the top of the body. This is the bottom of the body. The bottom is smaller than the top. Now in a brass instrument, the bottom is going to be a lot bigger than the top. A lot bigger. In most woodwind instruments, they're either cylindrical, they're the same, or there's a flare. It's smaller at the top and bigger at the bottom. But in the recorder, it's bigger at the top and smaller in the bottom. I always found that very interesting. So look at the hole in the bottom of the mouthpiece and look at the hole in the top of the foot. See how the difference in size is? See? The foot is much smaller. So now we're going to put everything back together. So you take the body. Now on the back there's one hole with the B above it. All right, B for Baroque. Oh, there's a little stamp in the front too with a B. Interesting. Anyway, in the front, it's like buttons coming down, but they're not a perfectly straight line. There's some over the side and others. All right. We're going to line up these buttons with the block. So we're going to take our mouthpiece and we're going to put the mouthpiece on and we're going to line up the block with those holes. Now, the holes aren't in a perfect straight line. I'm going to make sure there's no space here. We have the mouthpiece completely put onto the body. That's how we put that together. Now you take the foot, you put it on, line up everything like that. Then you take your right hand. Wait a minute. My right hand's over here. Your right hand is over here. Because I'm facing you. So we're going to try an exercise so that you will see me demonstrate something and not get discombobulated. Okay? I'm going to move this hand, but you move your right hand. So I'm moving over here, you move over here. You're going to move the opposite of me, but it's actually the same. Because I want you to get used to not mirroring me exactly, but ready? I'll start with my hands like this. So when I move the one hand over here, you move the hand over there. Ready? How'd you do? Okay. Take your right hand. That's the one over there. And you're going to make sure that your pinky can cover the two holes on the foot and that your ring finger can cover the next two up. So to do that comfortably, I need to twist the foot over a little bit to fit my, so I can do this. Okay, so twist that. You can fit 4 fingers on the right hand and 3 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. The right hand is the dominant hand of most people, of most human beings. However, the recorder has the left hand on top and the right hand on the bottom. And if you count the holes the right hand has to cover, it's more holes because these bottom two have 2 holes each. So the right hand has a harder job. So no matter whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it's a right-handed instrument. At the beginning of recorder study, left-handed people have an advantage. But after the first few lessons, right-handed people have an advantage. Of course, being a lefty, I've had to live in a left-handed person's world, so it kind of evens out. We get used to it. Okay, so take your right hand. That's the one over there. Hold the bottom of the foot below the holes. Take your left hand. Completely cover with the fat part of your thumb the hole in the back. This I call chin position. The curved part goes right there. So you cover that back hole. Feel, so you cover that first hole completely. And it should sound like this. Does yours sound like that? Does that sound like that? Practice that. If you get a squeaky sound, that means you're not covering one of the holes completely. If you push, you should see circles on your fingers. See? You should see circles because that means you're covering that hole completely. All right? Repeat after me. Let's have some background music. It'll be my turn and then your turn. Okay, ready? My turn, here I go. Let me find a different style of music, and then you can just play the cards. And the way that you do this, you go on YouTube, find B minor backing track. This is from a guy named Tom Bailey Backing Tracks. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo. And this is acoustic guitar backing track in B minor, Northern Soul. That's what this is. I'm going to find a different style. I'll be right back with you and we can do some flashcards together. All right, we've got some hard rock coming up and it's not too fast, so you should be able to keep up. Ready? Here you go. Ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh, ta. Now one card. Ready? Well done. I'll see you in the next lesson.